Howdy, everybody. Welcome to Step into the Portal. My name is the Brandt. Happy Saturday morning, and I'm joined by...
Good morning, this is Eric.
And we're going to play some more Gambit and Rogue. It's the same thumbnail as I played yesterday because I was a little lazy in making another one, but we're playing Gambit and Rogue, so same thumbnail, so it goes from there. So, yeah, we're going to play them here. We're going to fight against Master Mold, and we've built our decks this time instead of me playing the pre-cons and whatnot. How are you, Eric?
I am doing quite well. It's a rainy morning out here in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah, and I guess we're prepping, I guess, kind of for snow. It's cold today. I went outside this morning, it was 10 degrees. So, we're getting that winter cold. It's just funny, most of the time here, what happens is it's usually not 10 in the morning. It's probably usually 20 something. And then by 9 o'clock, or well, I guess that's now, 9 or 10 o'clock, it'll be 40.
Yeah.
Which I know for a lot of places is cold, but for here, it's just not cold at all, But I guess we're getting a little snowstorm early this week, and it's our first snowstorm of the season after meteorological winter is over.
Wow. Well, better late than never.
But hey, we'll get a little bit of snow, so we'll see how that goes. So I have a busy day today of gaming. It couldn't be much better. It's crazy because we had all sorts of plans, and I was telling you that everything kind of got pushed aside, not in a bad way, not in an, oh no, that got canceled kind of way, but just in a, okay, that's not happening today. So I'm playing Champions with you now. Then I'm playing Frosthaven with my wife, my favorite
Nice.
two games. And then I'm going to play the My Hero Academia pre-release tonight at the store. So I don't know if it can get much better than that. That's a pretty good day.
Not a bad way to spend a day, definitely.
So thank you for joining me here early this morning. Thanks everybody who's with us live. Feel free to say hello in the chat, or if you have a question for us, or you've got your Gambit and Rogue, and oh my gosh, why are you playing Gambit and Protection, Brandt? You should be absolutely playing Gambit in fill in the blank. I actually think, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I got in a protection game with Gambit, and I got to tell you, he's pretty powerful in Gambit, especially with his staff and his armor. Definitely, work off of the protection aspects. And he's already doing so much thwart removal and alter ego. I almost feel like you don't need to play him as Justice.
Yeah, he feels like one of those characters that people are really going to find good in solo because he's just an all-arounder. Yeah. He has a lot of threat removal, which is good for control. He's got a high defense value. And then his cards, once you pump them up, they just deal a ton of damage. They're really efficient on damage. So it feels like he'd be one of those ones like a Wolverine or a Cap that's just so efficient in solo and still good, right? They're still good characters. Even like a Gamora is that way, but they lose a little bit of that punch in multiplayer because it's just so much wider, right? They're not doing a single thing. Not like they're bad, but you think of Gamora removing one threat and dealing one damage every turn with her ability, and it's good, but it's not amazing in 3 and 4 player. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
But in solo, it's like, man, I got an extra damage here. That's 1/20th of the health of the boss, right? So it works really well and whatnot. But definitely still really fun characters and really good to do. But that's what I was noticing when I played both of them yesterday. They seem to just be so able to do whatever you wanted them to do.
Yeah. And then with Gambit, if you have Moira McTaggart out on the table and Thieves Guild, so you flip down, you do what you got to do, to remove a threat. And then if that Thieves Guild removes the last one, he gets another card. And then he flips up and he gets another card from Moira. So now he's got 8 cards to deal with in hero mode. It's just so powerful.
Yeah, that's super strong.
Yeah.
And that molecular acceleration, that's like the MVP card to me. Just a double resource in your own deck.
My gosh. Yeah.
It's so good. So, and gives him a token that he needs to pump up those cards. So well done on their part, recognizing like this is a boost for a character, giving them a resource card and giving them the thing they're trying to do, gain those charge counters. So.
Exactly. But keep in mind, to get that additional charge counter, he has to be in hero mode. Because that I forget how it's worded, but
it just says hero interrupt. Yeah,
it's a hero interrupt. So he you can obviously use it as a double resource in alter ego, but to get the charge counter, then you have to use it in hero mode.
The part I have not considered with Gambit yet, and I didn't consider even in this, is any attack event can be pumped up by throw to card.
Right.
So I could pump up into the fray to remove even more threat. I could pump up melee to deal 6 and 6.
Yep.
Yeah, trying to think of some of those cards where I can increase, I can increase the damage or whatever it is. They put hit and run in his deck, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out how I can make that work, like pump it up with the operative skill and all that. But yeah, now we have all these table cards. Can you actually play those on other players? You can't. So like Judica skill and all that. Operative
That
skill.
I don't think you can.
Yeah. But those are really interesting that you're leaving those prior events on the table, right?
Right. Yep. Yeah. It looks like X Gene is max 1 per player. But it doesn't look like someone else can utilize it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like the X Jet or something. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm playing Gambit Protection. What are you playing?
I have got Anna Marie Rogue doing some leadership action this morning.
Nice. Awesome. We're going to fight against Master Mold, and we're going to go for it on Expert here. So we've got Master Mold out. We did shuffle in the Exodus one. I don't actually remember which pack is Exodus. Did it come in Gambit or Rogue? It came in Gambit because there's a little card in the corner.
Okay, there we go. Then it came in Gambit. Yeah, I was about to say I couldn't remember. All right, I'm going to flip down.
All right, we are going to shuffle. You're going to go first here, Eric, and then we're each going to get a minion.
Yeah.
So you get a Sentinel Mark 5. Then puts it into play. All right, so nothing happens there. And then I'm going to get, there go 2 of those psionic shields. A Sentinel Mark 6 who has quick strike. So that's not too bad.
Okay. All right, I've got a Mark 5. And the when revealed is not triggered since it wasn't revealed. Okay,
Correct.
On me. And then, yeah, it's kind of strange, but I've got Magneto starting as an ally because that is just part of the setup with Master Mold. Cool.
Well, this one's interesting, I thought, for Gambit, because do I really want to stay down and get another Sentinel every turn?
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. So yeah, then this can definitely be a tricky villain for his ability.
Yeah. Good morning,
right.
Brombe. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Good morning, Brombe. Good to have you with us.
And others there. I'm sure there are people feeding their children, feeding their pets. My daughter's not here. I was telling Eric, and I had to feed all 4 pets. We have a rabbit, 2 cats, and a dog. Take everybody outside, change the rabbit. I was like, dang. This is a lot of work.
So Bromba, yes, I usually do that where if I'm doing like double-handed solo and let's just say Gambit with Rogue, I'll take out their signature ally and then usually just include the team up card or something. So yeah, because otherwise it's just an extra resource that they can't,
I'm telling you, years ago, Larry had the $1 million idea, which is FFG should make a promo, which is Shield Agent. And it says, you may put Shield Agent in place of the signature ally in any hero deck.
Yep.
And the Shield Agent is a 2-cost 1/1 with 3 health. Done.
Yep.
That is an amazing promo for them to make.
That it is. All right. And then I do that. I could do that. I'm just trying to see who I want to attach touched to. I guess to that. Okay, that makes sense. All right. All right. If we're ready to roll.
Ready.
Okay, so thanks to my mulligan, I've got Beast and both of my double resources in my opening hand. So Beast is coming out, and then I will just bring out one of those double resources back into my hand. Thank you very much, Hank McCoy. All right, I'm going to flip up. I'm going to give touch, let's say, to Beast. Then let's have... what's his thing after he attacks and defeats, then he heals. Okay, so I will have Beast knock off the tough and use this. Oh, actually, I'm gonna kind of flip time back, and before I flipped up, I'm going to get my X gene out because that has to be played while you are having the mutant trait. Okay, so now that I have that, then so yeah, Beast knocked off the Tough off of Master Mold, and then I will. It's not. Well, I was going to say, because I've got now a Southern Cross where I could just deal 8 damage to Master Mold, or I could get rid of my Mark V, but that's quite a bit of
Well,
overkill.
if you and Magneto take out the Sentinel here in front of you, you could Southern Cross mine.
Okay, perfect. All right, that's right. So yeah, me and Magneto will take out mine, because yeah, actually it has guard, so I couldn't even deal with Master
Oh,
Mold
that's right.
just yet.
So you actually can't get rid of the Tough
Um,
because allies can't attack.
right. Yeah. So well, if we did mine first to get rid of the guard,
Oh yeah,
then Beast
have
can
Beast
knock
do it.
off the Tough.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to use X Gene with the double resource that Beast gave me back to play Southern Cross. And since I have the aerial trait, I deal 8 damage, I guess, to your minion.
6 + 2. He's down to 26.
There we go. All right, that will complete my turn.
All right, I will play the X Mansion and I will heal Beast. I will put out my Judica skill. I will use my ability. What is it called? Thief Extraordinaire. And I will. You are stunned and confused. That's just like super not fun. I guess if you're stunned and confused, you could put touched on me to get rid of it.
Yeah, do we need that 2 extra damage?
Here? The 2 threat removal?
Well, right, because when I played my Southern Cross, it dealt 2 extra damage to your minion. Right. So yeah, if I put it on you instead, then I'll be stalwart.
Oh no, I meant so this boost is going to come up at the start of the next turn because I'm looking at the top 2 cards of the deck.
Right. Okay.
So next turn, if you move touch to me, you'll get rid of stunned and confused.
Yeah,
Is that
that's a good
okay
point.
with you?
Oh yeah,
All right.
that's
so then
totally
I can
fine.
remove 2 threat. I want to stay flipped down, but I guess since I'm in protection, I should just flip up and gain a counter. And I've got this Judica skill and I have a natural agility in my hand. So should be good. Alrighty. Draw them back up. Yeah, that's the interesting part with Master Mold is if you don't flip down, he can be a lot easier. I actually think they pushed it a little too hard on the flipping because they gave him Stalwart and 2 threat and 2 scheme and most of these scheme for 2 and 3. So in solo expert, you can't flip down without flipping the scheme. Because you add 1 plus 2 is 3 plus whatever these are. Oh, I guess you can actually because it goes to 6. I always get that darn one that's 3/3 though.
Oh, right. Yes.
All right. Master Mold is attacking you. I don't have my thing that readies.
That's okay. And I've got 2. He attacks what for 3 and a boost. I think this one I'll probably just defend.
Okay. You are stunned and confused.
Hey, look at that. Okay. And then so I take 1 damage, looks like.
All right. When you defend against an attack. So yeah, this almost becomes overkill, right? So if I defend and play natural agility, I'm now a 4. And then this makes him -2. And I get this counter. So he's a 1 against my 4. Plus, if target elimination is attached, deal this card as a face down and counter card. It is not. So I defend it all. All right. Did I miss anything there? Nope. Insert virus program. So if we get rid of this, it has 6 on it. We can deal 2 damage to each Sentinel enemy. And then there it is. I told you. I told you. I always get it. The Mark 8. After it's been engaged, you attach the topmost Sentinel attachment. Oh, that's no fun because it could have been the Psionic Shield. We would have to kill it twice, but sure enough, it's the unit upgrade. So it has 10 health, retaliate, and it's a 4/4.
Hey.
I feel like people say this scenario is so easy. I always get this combo every time I play.
Yeah, yeah.
And people are like, no, it's so easy. I'm like, I don't know how you deal with that. All right, so passes over to me. I will gain a counter. I can then deal 3, 3, and 3. And kill him with Magneto, I guess, is my way to go here. So these 3 will play my Royal Flush. I'll gain 1. I'll discard 3. I will deal 3 damage, 3 damage, 3 damage. I think it's a single attack the way it's written. So I just take 1 retaliate, and Magneto will finish him off.
Nice. Yeah, I know there was some conversation yesterday on the Facebook group page, and I think they were saying it should be treated as a single attack.
Yeah, because Black Widow says make 3 separate attacks, and I think Berserker Barrage says make 2 attack, or the other one, whatever it is. I think that's it for me. I mean, I can flip down and heal, but I don't think that makes sense. So
yeah. All right, I'm gonna spend these 2 to get Forge out, and then with Forge, I'm gonna go hunting for the X-Jet. There it is. Give my deck a quick shuffle. Then I don't want to pitch these other 2 cards. Oh, and actually I can't because I forgot the X-Jet is 3, not 2, and I don't have the extra resource to pay for it.
I know, Bromby, I do this to myself all the time. I come up with an idea and then I get the wrong matchup. Or not necessarily come up with an idea, but it's like, oh, it'd be fun to show Gambit off in Alter Ego. But Master Mold, I'll leave that challenge to Steve. But then it was like when I wanted to play Rocket with all the repurposes, we played Ultron. So repurpose made no sense because the gun just kills all the drones. I never have the right matchup for showing what I want to show.
Yeah. The conundrum. So in my hand, I've got the X-Jet, X-Mansion, and Uncanny X-Men. So I don't have enough resources for Uncanny X-Men or the X-Jet, and I don't want to spend these to get out the X-Mansion. Yeah, that's bad conundrum. Bad. I hate when like.
Oh, I have the X-Mansion. I didn't realize you had it.
Oh, okay. You have it. Is it in your deck or is it out?
It's out in play.
Oh, well then let's get rid of that.
Sorry about that.
That's
you
okay.
probably told me at the start, and then it was in his original deck, and I left it.
Okay, no worries. All right, so I will swap that out for something else. Okay. Well, that is unfortunate. I'm 1 resource shot, and I don't have a Steve Carrier to pull. Okay, so, and she's already exhausted. All right, I'm going to put touch out on Gambit, which will get rid of my stunned and confused. All right. So it looks like what's our biggest concern right now? Is it threat removal?
It's not even that. It's just dealing damage.
Okay. Right. All right.
I mean, we can get rid of this and then it deals 2 damage. So, I mean, if you had a little threat, we'd bring that down, but it's just a single acceleration. It's not hurting us.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Well, then I can use Beast for 2 and I can use Forge for 1 if we want to deal 3 damage. Or it's either 3 damage or 3 threat, either or.
Yeah, let's just do the 3 damage.
Yep. Cool. Okay. And then
morning, Nolan. Thanks for joining us. We're playing again bright and early in the morning.
Yep. Cool. All right. That will complete my turn.
All right.
There we go. Nice. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, I drew Rogue.
Well, we're playing the multiverse, right? So we can have multiple, right? Yeah, people out. That would be fun.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a knot today, so we'll keep that threat under control. You good?
Yep, all set.
All right, I will defend. I will use natural agility and Judica skill. And he will attack for 1, plus he gets a tough status card.
I've got Forge is going to block for me.
All right. And 3 plus 0. Forge is out.
Forge is gone.
And then we get our cards. Oop, there should be 3 on here. Oh, I forgot to play my card. That's okay. All right, guild business. I'm going to have to flip down.
Right.
And you get an advance. So he's going to scheme for 2. Discard cards you encounter when he schemes. So I think that's first.
Well, there goes shadows. That's good.
Yep. You get a Sentinel Mark 8.
And a Mark 8.
And a stun beam. So he attacks for 4. And stuns.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Or do I have Beast take that, I guess, and knock him off the table?
And Magneto comes back to you.
Right. I'm trying to think, where's the 8? I think 8 that's in Master Mold's deck, right?
What is it?
No, I was just trying to find the Mark 8, and that was in Master Mold's deck.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. I just don't have help. Like I can defend his attacks easily, but I can't defend for multiple of us because I don't have the card that readies me.
Yeah.
And I didn't put events that ready me because I was counting on having that card and quick thinking, you know?
No, it makes perfect sense.
Does he reveal the minion when he schemes? Oh, it doesn't matter. It's a forced response. It's not a reveal.
After this minion engages you, tap the right attachment. What's the attachment that's on the Mark 8?
He has a stun beam, so he attacks for 4 and stuns whoever he damages.
Okay.
So you got 3 damage from Magneto. It looks like 2 from yourself.
Right. All right, and I can have 2 from Beast as well. All right, unfortunately, I don't have any of her cards in my hand. Well, I do have 2 allies now, so I can use this and this. Here we go, to get out my X-Jet. Then with the X-Jet and Strength, I'm going to play Uncanny X-Men. So at least that's now going to reduce the cost of my X-Men allies. That also gives them all 1 extra hit point, except for Magneto, of course. Okay, and then, all right, let's deal with this Mark 8. So, okay, so the stun beam does not increase its health, so it just has 8, right? So I've got 5, 6, 7 that I could do to it.
Yeah. I mean, you could then give yourself retaliate by putting it on Master Mold. And kill it when it attacks you, but you'd be stunned.
Right. And then I can always get rid of the stunned as well. But yeah, I guess we'll do that.
I got nothing for you.
Well, the retaliate is only on villain. It doesn't say enemy.
No, it's just if you attach this to the villain, you have retaliate 1.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, well then I guess I'll do that. So I'll throw touched out on Master Mold, and then that will do the final damage when it comes back and attacks me. Yeah, okay. So yeah, so we did throw 1 more out. So 2 from Beast, 3 from Magneto, 2 from me. So there's 7 damage on the Mark 8. All right, that's everything I got.
Yeah, I wish I had something to help you. All right, I will put out my Death Focus and my Armored Vest. I'm just trying to figure out, do I flip down and hope that I end up with a lightning resource?
Right.
Or do I wait? You're gonna defend with Beast. Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, I will flip down and I will heal you one then.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
If you're gonna use Beast to block.
Right. Yeah.
And we'll go from there.
Cool.
I'm pretty sure I have a ton of lightnings in my kit, so. Whew, drew one.
So here's a question. I forget how it's
There's
worded.
my guild armor. Yeah.
Well, so yeah, my retaliate, that would have to go back. So when Master Mold attacks me, my retaliate would have to be used on Master Mold. I couldn't use it on the Mark 8 instead.
Correct. Every
Yeah,
time
but
something attacks you, it takes 1 damage.
Yep, that's right. Okay.
So, I mean, if you let them both attack you, I don't know if that's a good plan, but Master Mold would lose the tough and he would die.
Right. Yep.
So yeah, you're gonna have to let this attack you and be stunned, but it'll go away.
Yep. Okay.
All right, we're adding 3. And then he is attacking you.
And then for that, yeah, I think we're gonna have Beast. He'll take that one.
All right. 3 + 2, it's a good call.
Yep.
And then this Mark 8 will attack you.
Yep. And then does my retaliate, I forget, does that still trigger even though I didn't take the attack?
It does not. You have
Yeah,
to take
okay.
the damage.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So then the Mark 8, I will defend. And
Okay.
then yeah.
So he'll hit you for 2.
Right. Yep.
And stun you. And then you'll retaliate 1 and he's dead.
Yep. There we go.
All right, then he is going to scheme against me. And there's sentinels left. Nope. There goes Exodus. There goes Leviticus. That was a Bible joke. Sorry. There are no more minions, so he'll just scheme out and accelerate, which is probably good. And this goes to 10.
All right.
All right. And we each get a card. Yours is a Mark 6. It's going to quick strike you for 2.
Okay. So I'm down to 7.
And mine is a Mark 5, and I get targeted for elimination. It's rude.
Yep.
Oh, I should have an extra card. You should have an extra card because of me. You get Master Mold's Children. Each minion engaged with you attacks you. So 2 more.
Hey, my gosh. Okay. Down to 5.
All right. And I need to exhaust. So I'm going to do Mutant Education. And I'm going to shuffle 2 identity specifics. We need an honorary mutant.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll shuffle these back in and then draw a card because I have the X Mansion. I believe I'm then going to heal you with the X Mansion.
Okay. Thank you.
I will then exhaust and use my defensive energy because it's the only lightning I drew to get rid of my guild business. I will flip up. I will gain a charge counter. I will, wow. I have Iceman and I have Jocasta.
Oh, should be off.
So I'll play Jocasta. She's going to thwart for 2. To bring this down to 8. And she's going to attach a not today to herself. And then I'll play my guild armor. And then Magneto. So Magneto can. What is your plan? Do you want me to get rid of your guy, my guy?
Well, I've got a Beauty and the Thief in my hand, so I will definitely be getting that out so I can do 4 and 4.
Okay.
And then
excuse me.
Bless you.
All right, I'll have Magneto swing for
else.
3 on this guy then, and you can finish him off.
Cool.
Excuse me.
All right. Okay. Anything else on you, or are you good?
That's it.
Okay, sweet. All right. I was just figuring it's probably helpful if I had.
Yeah, thank you, Nolan. Keep me honest.
Gambit's card out here off to the side. Okay, so all right, I'm already exhausted. I'm going to put touched, I think, out on Gambit. I'll use the X-Jet and I'll pitch this to do Beauty and the Thief. So that's 4 damage to an enemy, 4 threat from a scheme.
Oh. You know what I should have done? Hold on. Let's back that up
Yep.
for a second.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep. Go ahead.
So now that I see it, Jocasta thwarts this for 2. Magneto swings here for 3. Right?
Yep. Oh, okay.
Then
Yep.
you remove 4 threat here. Do you have
Yep.
2 extra damage or no?
Well, you've
an
already
ally?
used Magneto, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any other allies in play. I'm already exhausted. And unfortunately can't get out anything else.
Okay. Maybe it's not worth it then.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go back to this. So 3
Okay.
here. This comes back like this. We'll remove 4 threat from this just to keep it under control. Deal 4 damage and we're good.
Yep. Okay. I'm at 6. I'm just trying to think when I need to flip down. Well, I've got a bulletproof bell in my hand, so that will keep me around for a little longer. So should be good.
All right. And there's some damage and some threat removal. All right. We're adding 4 threat to the main scheme. It's going to go to 8.
Oh, you know what? Realizing, I'm sorry, I'm going to back something up and it shouldn't change the gameplay at all. Since I had Bulletproof Bell in my hand, touch needed to be on Master Mold and not on Gambit. Yeah,
Okay,
I
so
wasn't
that
able
means
to
you're
use...
stunned again. That's the only thing.
Oh, okay.
You didn't deal any damage, so it's
right.
fine.
Yeah, I didn't deal any damage, but then this way I can play Bulletproof Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Perfect. All right. So we ready all these up, added 4 threat, and he is attacking me. So man. Play not today. I have 2 not todays though, which could be really good. Do I lose all these cards for 4 threat removal? Sure. All right, so I'll give myself +4, so I'm an 8. He's going to attack me for 3 + 2 is 5. I don't take any damage. My armor readies me, and then I remove 4 threat.
Cool.
Then this sentinel will attack me, and I'll just take 3. I'm at 5. All right, and then you are getting attacked.
Okay, I'm going to play Bulletproof Bell.
All right.
So that will prevent all damage, and then I go tough.
Nice. All right, here we go. I get a Sentinel Mark 8, and it gets a stun beam. And unit upgrade. All right. Thanks. Yeah, I don't know. People say Master Mold's easy, but this is what I always run into. All these giant minions. You just need all this damage. And it's fun with protection, but I'm not getting card draw, so I'm just sitting here on 2 cards all the time.
Yeah. All right.
It's all you.
Okay, cool.
I've got 2 minions in front of me, one with 8 and one with 7 health.
Okay, and here I am stunned.
And I have 2 damage.
Right. Well, okay. So touched had come off. So I guess now if I put touched out on, Yeah, if I put touch out on Gambit, that will get removed. That will remove my stunned.
Yep.
I can bring out Professor X, or I can bring out Angel if we need to, whatever's more important, threat or damage.
Damage is more important.
Okay, cool. All right. So then Angel, you reduce him by 1, and then my Uncanny X-Men also reduces it by 1. So he only costs 1 to bring out. So I'm going to use the X-Jet for that. Bring out Angel. He'll deal 2 damage.
Okay.
I'll do a basic attack for 2.
Yep.
And then we've got Magneto for 3.
Yep. So let's go. I'll bring this guy to 7 out of 8.
Okay. How much damage is on Magneto?
Uh,
I've kind of lost count.
I think he should have had one from last turn. So 2.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's everything I got this turn.
After Magneto attacks, that's after he takes consequential. I think
After
so.
he attacks and defeats the minion, then he heals. So yeah.
I can't remember if the first time he attacked and defeated a minion, if he should have had a damage on him.
Oh.
It's hard to remember how
I
that
think
works.
he did. Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's kind of like Tigra, like that.
Yeah. All right. I will play Moira McTaggart, and then I will punch out this Mark 8. Did you want to flip down? You have the tough. You're just going
I've
to
got
stick
the
with
tough
it.
on me. Yeah, I'll stick
right.
around one more round and then I'll go down.
Sounds good. I cannot flip down with this in front of me, so here's hoping.
Yeah.
There's my Thieves Guild, and there's Karma, which is going to be super good in this one.
Yeah. Yes, she's going to be very powerful with all those sentinels.
Hopefully I can play her. All right, we are adding 4 threat to go to 8. He is attacking you for 3.
I'm tough.
+1 is 4. It's attacking me. So I will defend. Do I have to take no damage? Yeah. I'll use my Judica skill. So I defend for 4. He attacks for 1, 2. I take none. I ready. Then this Sentinel will attack me for 4, and I'll defend for 4. All right, well, that's a thing. And then cards. Intruder alert. So when defeated, the player defeated the scheme discards cards until they get a Sentinel minion and puts it into play.
Always fun. Intruder
And
alert,
here,
intruder alert.
it's an advance. So I'm going to get another minion. Who's it going to be this time? Oh, those are all right in a row. I get a Sentinel Mark 5, and he attacks me for 3. I'm down to 2.
Ooh, okay.
All right. Yeah, we're hurting here.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will use these 4. Man, do I need that card draw more than that single scheme? I think so in this one. I'm going to hold the unflappable. I'll play Karma with these 4. When she comes into play, I can take a non-elite minion and control it. So I believe the text box on it becomes blank.
I believe you're correct.
If I remember correctly, but it still would be a 4 attack. So I can use this and Magneto to eliminate this one, which I guess just makes. Oh, am I here? Hello?
Oh.
You here? No.
Yeah, it might be my internet on my end.
Okay.
But looks like I'm back now.
It is often mine, but it didn't seem to be this time. So, all right. So this Sentinel will attack for 4, and Magneto will finish him off.
Cool.
And this guy takes 2 per her text box.
Yep.
And then I think I don't know how I'm gonna live. I think I'll have Jocasta thwart for 2 and go away. All right, all you.
Okay. All right, let me see what I got here. All right, I could do a lot of threat removal this turn. I think that will help.
Yeah.
Okay. And then also pop the tough off of me. I lost that last round.
Oh, right.
Okay. So since again he costs 1 less, so I will do pitch those 2 to get out Professor X. Before I do that, let me thwart for 2.
Yeah.
Do that, bring out Professor X, then I ready, since we can't confuse the minion, or excuse me, confuse the villain. Then Professor X will thwart for 3.
You should thwart for 2 first, because there's 2 left on Intruder Alert.
Well, yeah, so I thwarted for 2, then I bring out Professor X.
Yeah, sorry, Intruder Alert had 4 on it.
And then that readies me. Right, okay, and then, right, yeah, well, I'm gonna thwart for another 2, Professor X is gonna thwart for 3.
Yeah, got it.
Yep, okay. Then, I'm gonna use my X gene, and the X jet. Oh, hold on.
You get quick striked for 2.
Oh, I get quick strike for 2. Okay,
Yeah.
so I get hit for 2. 1, 2. Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Well, then, how much damage does that guy need to take? He needs 6?
6. Yep.
Okay, perfect. So let me. Then I'll put touched out on Professor X, and then with the X gene, and this and that, I'm then playing Southern Cross. That's going to deal 6 damage, and then 2 additional damage.
Nice. Pops the tough.
Yep.
Perfect.
There we go. Cool. All right, that will complete my turn. And I'm at 4 health, but I do have a blocker or 2. Okay.
I'm at 2 health.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. And you said this was an easy.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, no, I'm saying people always talk about how easy Master Mold is, and that giving people Magneto makes it too easy, but we're struggling here even with Magneto. So
yeah.
I don't see what people see. I don't think he's super hard, but it's just a matter of getting all that control, and it just takes forever. And having the damage. If you have high damage attacks, they're a lot easier to get rid of these minions and then just punch him down.
Yeah.
And if you don't have to flip to alter ego, characters that don't have to flip, you know. All right. So that goes to 9. He's attacking me for 3. This is not an enemy. Hold on. Yeah. I mean, if he draws a 3, I'm dead.
Well,
So don't draw 3.
Okay. Because I've got what, Professor X as a blocker. I've got Angel as a blocker.
Yeah, I don't have anything to increase my attack or my defense. So I'm just a 3. So I ready if he draws a 0 or a 1, you know.
Well, just to have Professor X. So yeah, if you had stayed up, yeah, Professor X will take it.
Attached to a Sentinel minion. So can this be attached? Does this still count as a Sentinel minion? No, it's a controlled ally.
Yeah.
So there's nothing to attach it to. All right, so he's out.
No? Okay, yeah, that's right, because that was off the boost.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he's attacking you for 3 as well.
Angel's going to take that one.
+2.
Okay, thank you, Angel.
And then we get cards. Shields up. Give each Sentinel minion engage with you a tough stats card, otherwise surge. Advance.
Of course.
All right, 2+. Is there
Well,
another minion? Nope. So it'll accelerate.
okay.
This goes to 11 out of 12. And your card is Assault. He's attacking you again.
Hey, my gosh. All right. Looks like I need to block that one because I'm at 4.
Okay. I mean, I can block with this Sentinel and lose it, but it might be a good way for us to deal damage.
Yeah, I think you're right.
All right. He's attacking you for 3 + 2 is 5.
I'm down to 1.
Whew. And
Ouch.
Magneto is yours.
Okay. Well, now I have Bulletproof Bell. So I guess, yeah, we're going to put Touched back out on Master Mold. There's not too much else that I've got. All right, I'm afraid I've used up all of them. I've got To Me My X-Men, and I'm pretty certain I've seen all my allies go through, but just in case. Well, here, I won't use the X-Jet for that. I'll use this. Okay, search top 5 cards on the deck.
Exhausted.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, and then just like I feared. Not a good turn.
Yeah, I don't know our best bet. Like, do we need to just both flip down, heal, get a bunch of minions, and hope we can kill them?
We might have to.
I mean, I have a Royal Flush. Threat is kind of a bigger issue.
Yeah, because I'm already
Health is our biggest issue.
Right. The only thing I can do this turn is use Magneto. We don't have any whatchamacallit, minions in play.
Right.
So he wouldn't heal up after doing his attack. And then the only thing I have in my hand that I could use is Bulletproof Bell. So I'll be able to stop my next attack and then I go tough. But unfortunately, I'm kind of dead in the water here. And sitting at 1 health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, if we flip down, we're going to get 2 more minions. We're going to get 4 more minions.
Right. Well, I'll stay up this turn. Since Touched is on Master Mold, and I'll use Bulletproof Bell.
Right, because this is going to give us each a minion, I assume. Yeah.
Yep.
And then we would get one from him scheming.
Right.
So that's just going to be too much. So I guess I can flip down. I guess, I don't know. Do we remove threat or do we just get those more minions and deal with them? I mean, I've got a Royal Flush, so I can throw 9 damage on him.
Yep. Also,
I probably was supposed to gain a counter last turn.
Yeah, I did not use the X-Jet. Right, so I think I went first this turn. So you, before you flip down, definitely use the X-Jet.
Okay. So I will use Death Focus and X-Jet and Nerves of Steel to play Royal Flush. I'll gain a token, and then actually I gain a token this turn as well. So I can deal 3, 3, and 3, which is 9. So that puts him down to 14. I don't really have threat removal. And then I can draw a card off of this and play Unflappable. So yeah, are we gonna let this threat pop? What did you do with Touch? Did you put it on Master Mold?
Yeah, it's on Master Mold. Yeah.
So I guess either Magneto deals 3 damage or removes 2 threat.
Yeah.
We have to remove 5 threat. So I would have to thwart with this Sentinel. We'd have to remove 5 threat to keep him from threading this out, which is going to happen anyway.
Yeah.
So I think we just don't worry about it.
I would say
so
don't
we'll just
worry about it.
Put 7 damage on him, and we'll see what we can do with a whole bunch of minions. Maybe he'll miss some, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll just get acceleration. I think I need to heal. I will flip down and heal instead of remove threat. So I go to 5. What should I X mansion? Probably just you.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'm at 1.
All right.
So
And then I'll grab,
that
yeah,
doubles my health.
I'll grab a royal flush and a charge to card and shuffle them back in, and then I'll draw. A hard knocks, and then I'll use hard knocks to play unflappable. All right, we're good.
All right. Oh, here we go. Now I can do a going rogue next turn, remove some more thread. Yeah, they always come out like 1 turn too short.
Yeah, I got royal flush, 2 charge the cards, beauty and the thief, and a molecular acceleration. So I can
Nice.
play all that, which I can't quite, but I can play a bunch of it. All right. So this is going to pop. We're each going to get a minion.
Yep. Okay.
You're going to get a Mark 6 who's going to quick strike you for 2.
Crap. Well, I
You're gonna
guess
have
I
to
have.
defend that.
Yeah, I have to defend that. Otherwise, I'm
Okay.
dead. Yep.
And it takes 1 retaliate. I can block for you over here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to get a Mark 6 as well. All right. Then he is attacking you, so I'll block with this
Well, no,
one.
I've got bulletproof bell to
Okay.
cover that.
All right. So he attacks you for 3.
Right.
Plus
And
2 is 5.
Right. And then I'm now tough, and then my Sentinel Mark 6 is attacking me, so that will knock off my tough.
All right. Then he schemes for 2 against me, and I get this guy with a stun beam. And then he attacked you, so he should have taken 1. He attacked you, so he should take 1.
Yep.
And then these guys scheme for 5.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, and then we get cards.
Be gentle.
Stun beam. So we'll just put it on this guy. And caught off guard. Do I just get rid of my unflappable at this point? Or my armored vest? I guess I'll get rid of my unflappable. Go from there. All right, Magneto passes to me. So this has got to be our priority, getting rid of this virus program, because that'll deal 2 to everything and maybe give us a shot.
I could do 5 threat removal, and then I'm going to have to flip down. I can't do any damage.
Okay. I got damage. I also have a beauty and the thief. But you have a single 5 threat removal?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's 3 with 2 additional, but yes.
I guess you should do that, and then I can use Remy to just thwart the last one, right?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. So go ahead and do yours.
Okay, so I'm going to throw touched out on Magneto. I think he's our only ally in play. And then use X Gene, and I'm going to leave the X Jet out there for you. If you're flipping up, and I'll pitch this to then play going rogue. That does 3, and then remove 2 additional.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I am flipping down.
Well, you can't yet because it's not your turn,
Yeah.
but it's fine if
Right.
that's all you're
Oh,
doing.
that's right. Yeah, that's right. You called for an action. Fair enough.
X Mansion heals you, heals me because I'm flipping up.
Either
Just heal you. Just heal you.
Okay.
All right. Then do I do my ability? Does it help to do my ability? Not really. I guess I get to look at cards, right? All right. So I'll discard this 1, which will clear the virus program, which will deal 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. Okay. Then I will flip up. When I do, I will draw a card with Moira. All right, I got 2 Royal Flushes and 2 charged cards and a Beauty and the Thief. So my Beauty and the Thief could get rid of this guy. My Royal Flush could get rid of both of these. So done. So Beauty and the Thief will give me a counter. I also gain a counter for my turn. And then I'll deal 4 damage here. Forgot that I can pump up. Can I pump up every card? It's not once per turn. It's not once per turn. So that's interesting.
When you remove that.
Yeah, it's not 1 attack per turn. It's unlimited.
But it says when you play an attack event, remove the charge counters.
Yeah.
So, and then that event deals +1 damage. So if you do multiple events, 1 charge counter won't cover each event. It just covers the one.
Yeah, I'm just thinking I could pump this up 2, right? And then I would take this guy out. But I guess I just don't have counters for future turns. So I'll Beauty and the Thief. I'll get rid of this. I'll remove 4 threat. Then I will Royal Flush. You're not using the X yet, or you just used it?
No, you can use it.
Okay. I'll do the Creole Charmer and charge the card. Oh no, I used a Death Focus. I don't even have to do that. So I'll play Royal Flush, gain a counter. Then I'll spend 3. And I'll deal 3 here, dead, 3 here, 3 here, dead.
Nice.
So that worked. But that just got us back to
right
clean. All right, and then I have a charged card. I could just hit him, but I lose all these attacks. But I guess I'll just do it. Defeats a Sentinel minion. So I'll play my charged card. I'll pump it up 2. So it has something ranged and piercing, which doesn't matter. I'll hit him for 6. That'll flip Master Mold.
Okay.
Give him a tough status card. He goes to 32. I'll have Magneto. Oh, do I just need blockers? Oh, I know what I should have done. I will have these 2 attack him instead to flip him. That does lose this minion. And then after I flip him, then I'll play the charge the card. Oh no. Yeah, with piercing. So it'll get rid of the tough and deal 6 damage to him.
Cool.
26. All right, and I got a blocker with Karma now. And you're flipping down?
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, all of my sexiness, as Steve would say, was done as a hero action. But yeah, so I'm flipping down.
Yeah, my only issue then is just I don't have any attacks left.
Right. And I am decking out.
All right. Well, that could be it. We could have just broken through. I'm not sure.
We'll see. Now I finally get my jacket and deft focus. They were hiding on the very bottom of my deck.
There you go.
Hey.
All right, I've got another charged card and a natural agility. So we're adding 4 threat here. Yeah, sometimes you just got to let that main scheme pop and deal with it, because then your threat just becomes less of an issue and you can focus, you know?
Definitely.
All right, you'll have a card draw on your flip up too and a heal. So he is attacking me for 4. Do I just block with Karma? 4. This will make me 5. Ugh. I don't even know if that's worth it. Man. Do I think he's going to draw a 0 or a 1? Oh, don't I know? I know he's going to draw a 0. I'm good. I'm pretty sure there's a advance on top. Oh, we just drew it. Darn it. Sorry, I just can't decide if I guess I just block with Karma. If he attacks me again. Oh, there was an assault. Darn it. All right. Out. Then he's going to scheme against you for 3. And then get a minion. Which will be
Hiding, apparently.
Mark 8. See, they just keep coming out. You're experiencing it the same way I do.
Yeah.
That will then scheme for 4.
Oy.
And that puts us at 16 and we lose.
There you go.
Man.
Yeah.
He's hard.
Yeah, he definitely can be.
I think people play him on solo so much and they have Magneto, and that Magneto's just doing a lot of control work and they're able to stay up with just blocking with allies, you know? And you're not getting nearly as many minions. When you add more players and you get a lot of minions, he's much harder.
Yeah. I think the problem I was having with Rogue in leadership is I was relying too much on my allies. They all kind of came out early in the game.
Yeah.
And none of her event cards were there. And since she didn't have, the X-Jet didn't come out till kind of later on, I didn't have the resources to pay for things.
Right.
The jacket didn't come out too early. She kept on getting stunned, but yeah.
And I probably just needed to build a little more, like I was relying on that guild armor, which did eventually come out, but I wasn't doing the I'll block for both of us thing. And I probably just needed to do more of that, something that would allow me to block. I was trying to play these not todays and control threat.
Yeah.
But damage was tough to come by. Even these hard knocks against those minions is rough.
Yeah.
Like they had 5, 6, 7 health. They don't have 5, 6, and 8. They don't have 4 health.
No, they just kept coming out. And
actually, that's probably part of putting Exodus in. We never saw Exodus, but we didn't have the Mark 2, 3s, and 4s. So when we were getting Sentinels, we were getting the big ones every time.
That's right.
That's how we made it harder on ourselves.
Yeah, it definitely did kind of backfire on us. Yeah, I'm just kind of
and he can't stay flipped down, which is kind of the fun of Gambit, right?
Right.
So at some point I need to do okay, this is one that works really well, but I'm going to give Steve that challenge. I'm going to give him the stay in alter ego Master Mold challenge.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Beat Master Mold while never flipping to hero form. He'll take it on gladly.
Yeah, and he'll gladly take it on, and he'll figure out something, and he'll definitely make it work because I want to see it happen. Because he'll definitely make it work.
Well, they're fun heroes. That was a fun turn when we flipped up and cleared all that stuff. I mean, I know your turn was a little less on that front, but had we gotten that one more turn, do you know what was in your final hand there?
My jacket.
You're going to draw an extra card.
Yeah, I had a going rogue for more threat removal. Actually, or a Southern Cross. And then, I was finally going to bring out my jacket and Def Focus to make things a little cheaper and to hit a little harder. But
I know I only had the charged card.
Yeah.
So I think I was only looking at 6 damage, 20. So I don't think we were going to beat him that round.
Yeah, but that Royal Flush is such a great card.
Yeah. Yeah, it's deal 3 damage anyway, right? Deal 3 damage to enemy. Yep.
Yeah, 3/3/3.
Yeah, and it gives them the charge counter, which is nice. Basically minimum it's going to deal 6.
Yeah. And if you're playing him, I guess aggression and stuff where you can then bump up his other attacks, then you could do 4/4/4.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, playing something like a warrior skill or whatever, or an aggressive energy on that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another good challenge. Deal 30 damage with a royal flush. So you'd have to do 2 aggressive energies. Can you trigger more than 1 warrior skill? Probably not. Could you have 3 warrior skills in play?
Yeah, I don't remember how it's worded exactly. Probably not.
Got some aggression cards here. Do I have one?
Yeah.
Max 1 per player. So no.
Okay, right.
So 2 of those, his 3, 6. So actually it feels like you could do 6, 6, and 6. 18 sounds like the max. Unless there's something else I'm not thinking of.
Maybe. Yeah. So he's no Quicksilver, but still
Hey,
definitely
3
useful.
for 18 isn't bad.
No. Yeah. Always good to have a Cajun at your side.
That's right.
Yes.
All right. Well, that is that. Thank you everybody for watching. We were not successful. I don't think of Master Mold as a pushover, but I think in solo, like I said, it's a lot easier because at most you're getting 1 minion at a time.
Right. Yeah.
Right. The turn where you flip down and the main scheme pops, you can get 2 if you have to do that. And then you have Magneto to help you control half. I mean, again, if you shuffle in, so we saw that if you shuffle in the lower health ones, then Magneto could just kill one, right? Every turn.
Exactly.
So that makes it a lot easier. One comes out and you kill it with Magneto. So we shot ourselves in the foot by getting rid of those low cost Sentinels. So we made it harder. We never saw a single Exodus card, did we?
I don't think so.
We saw them as boosts, obviously, but I don't think one ever came into play.
No, none of those psionic shields came out, which that would have been brutal with those.
When attachment would leave play, instead heal it and put it back into play.
Exactly, with those heavy hitter Sentinels. Yeah. Craziness.
Nice. All righty. Yeah.
Well, you get to go play Frosthaven now with your wife, so that sounds like a good afternoon.
I cannot wait.
Yeah.
That game is so good. I can't decide. Like, I think if I had to make a top list, I just have to rank them both at 1. Like, I know people don't like that, but it's like, what do you want me to say? They're both my favorite games.
Well, it's fun. You do, I don't know if you've ever done the Pub Meeple challenge. So it's a website.
I did it. Yeah. To see, I did it with like my top 50 or something that I loaded in there.
Yeah, because then ultimately it will pit Frosthaven against Marvel Champions, and you would have to choose in a pinch which would you rather play. I think
this is fair. I think I would just give it to Frosthaven because I play it with my wife.
Yep.
And I don't play she doesn't play Marvel Champions. So like if push came to shove, as much as I love traveling to conventions and playing with you guys and playing on here, if that weird thing, Desert Island, I was now stranded with one other person and it could be my wife and we could play Frosthaven.
Yes.
Yeah. I think if I had to go to that extreme, which I never really like those extreme thought processes, but whatever, I feel like that would be the best situation. Like,
yeah. Well, coming from someone who my wife really is not a gamer at all, and any chance that I could play a game with my wife, even if we lose, I still feel like I'm winning. So yeah, if you can play a game with your wife, I would definitely choose that over Marvel Champions. Sorry to say it, but yeah.
But I don't. So I get to play with you in Nashville and Brian and Steve in Canada and people in other places, right? Like, so that's the good news, is I don't have to choose. I can play both.
Yes.
They can be 1 and 2, and 1 and 2 can both be good, which is a phenomenal lesson after all the chaos on BGG this week.
Right.
Like, Gloomhaven and Brass Birmingham are both amazing games. They're both in my top 10 games.
Right.
You know,
right.
I would give the nod to Gloomhaven, but Brass Birmingham is probably my number 7, 6. Like,
it is a good game, but it's funny that the Brass fans are now voting Gloomhaven at a 1, right? To lower its ranking. And yeah, it's like it's a schoolyard battle or something.
And in some sense, they are like different things, right? Because you've got this like contained box Euro game. It has no expansions. I guess it's an expansion kind of its own to Lancashire.
Right.
And then you've got Gloomhaven, which is this adventure game. But it's funny because if you went to people that are like really into dungeon crawls and maybe something like D&D and all that, they don't tend to like Gloomhaven because it's so mathy. It's so predictive. It's so scripted. Like, it's really a puzzle you're solving.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So really, those fans are kind of in the same boat because Birmingham is definitely a puzzle you're solving with other people getting in your way, you know?
Yeah. I just find it interesting that Birmingham's been out for a while, and now just recently it's like going up in the rankings. And I don't know if there was something that Roxley did or but also I guess that's definitely a good a testament on the greatness of the game, that it has those long legs, that regardless that it's been out for 5-10 years.
So it's funny, when Zephyr was born, our daughter was born, we moved into like a little house that we rented in town here. We were just renting it. And I remember Zephyra playing on the floor. I don't even think she could walk. And I was setting Brass up, the original Brass, on the floor with the 2-player variant that was on BGG, where you take cards out of the deck and then you use those cards that you took out of the deck to physically cover locations on the map to shrink it down for 2 players.
Oh, wow.
And it was a great implementation, but at the time there was no 2-player Brass. It was a 3 and 4-player game only. And so I remember that old version with the like Brass burnt orange cards, or whatever. And I was putting all the cards down on the floor, and we're playing on the floor, and Zephyr's over here rolling around, and we're like playing the game side by side. So it's a funny memory for me. Then Birmingham came out, and they added that element of beer, which I think is just I know there's some people that say it doesn't add much to the game. I think it's fun. It gives you a race element. It gives you a reason to complete things before other people. So
it definitely does. And then especially if you're able to take and use someone else's beer, for your advantage. It definitely gets tricky. Is there a solo version or variant for Brass Birmingham?
I'm sure there's one on BGG, but there isn't one in the box.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Well, that reason alone, then I would put Gloomhaven or Frosthaven ahead of Brass.
Gotcha.
Just to have the solo variant. Yeah.
So you asked me to make a list of or you said you'd be interested in hearing my top 10 solo games.
I'd be interested in hearing.
And I need to do it because I have done it. But funny enough for me, I don't think I would put those on the list because I've always played them multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I would play those games solo. So I wouldn't put those on. Like I wouldn't put Jaws of the Lion, Gloomhaven, Frosthaven on the list, which I could play solo. But But I feel like I would miss that whole initiative step, where you're picking. But of course, it just becomes part of the puzzle of, let me have this character go then, let me have this character go then, and then we'll see what randomly goes in the middle. But we definitely try to play to the I can't tell you. Like I tell you, I'm going to go and attack this guy, or I'm going to go loot that treasure chest. I'm going to go fast. I'm going to go slow. That's basically the only terminology we use.
Right.
We don't say I'm going to go kind of middle of the numbers. Like if you were to divide 1 and 100 it directly in half.
Right. Yeah.
So I think that one, spoiler, would not make my list.
Yeah. I would definitely say Marvel Champions is probably at the top of my solo games. And lately I pretty much do just double-handed solo. Which is just, it really just captures the feel for a multiplayer game. But I do love those solo games when the designer and Shem Phillips has been knocking it out of the park with his games, where it comes with an Atoma, where it's, it's like an AI opponent. And so it's not like where you have to, Frosthaven or something, you just play as 2 characters instead. And it just really gives you a great feel for just a tough opponent to go up against.
Do you happen to have Ashes, Rise of the Phoenixborn? Do you have any of those cards?
No, I don't think so.
Because they're coming out with a PvE version of that game.
Oh, interesting.
A solo co-op version.
Okay. Yeah, no, I don't have that.
So I was thinking of trying to find somebody to play it with, so for that. And then I just got Sky Tear Hordes.
Okay.
So Sky Tear is a game that we played on the channel when it first started. So I think our first game we played was Unmatched. And then Marvel Champions. And then I think we played Call of Cthulhu.
Okay.
Or no, sorry. Cthulhu Death May Die. And then we played Sky Tear several times on the channel. And, I was communicating with them, and then I helped with the setup of their booth at one of the Gen Cons and everything for that company. But it's like a MOBA. So you have figures that are automatically running across the board, and then you control your heroes. It's really, really good. It's a really fun game. The competitive is harder for me. Of course, now I'm going to go play 4 hours of my hero. But I don't know what it is about that game, but I definitely get frustrated when I lose to the other player, but you can pretty much get up, shake it off, and then you just play another game. You know what I mean? And it's variety for me is the other piece. I actually think Sorry, I'm bouncing all around. But I think that's part of the two-handed.
This might be my internet.
Yeah, you're frozen on my end.
Yep.
Nope, I see you now.
Yep. Okay.
Just quickly, I'll just mention this, and then we can go. But I think the reason I like two-handed Marvel Champions is it gives more variety.
It does, yeah.
Than solo. So it allows me to build two characters and try them together. So I think that's part of what my enjoyment is, more than like the game is bad solo. I would never say the game is bad solo. The game is great solo. It is not balanced.
Right.
For solo. Like it's just not balanced by player count. You know, there's some things you can argue that work better, like you go through the deck faster, yada yada yada. But to me, straight up the number of advances or whatever in the deck, like just can really change it. It's just gonna be swingier, right? Because you could draw double advance on a turn.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely.
I was talking about the Sentry ally with people, and they were like, "Oh, I don't want to play Sentry because it makes you draw an extra encounter card. What if you get 2 advances?" I'm like, you get 2 advances anytime. When you pass through your deck, you can get 2 advances and lose. It's just part of the game, you know?
Yeah.
So, but I think that's what I like about that. And it just keeps some of that swinginess down on the main schemes and whatnot. So
that is true. Yeah. And then, a good challenge. Then you do a 4-handed solo. And
I got to give you credit for that.
It's just, it's a lot to manage, but it's fun. Yeah. And then especially when you do Kang, then it's like all afternoon, but it's a good day. Yep.
I think one thing I would do, I don't know how I would do it. I'm trying to think of like Kana heroes and stuff like that. But like either because the 4-player games are so fun, and I think playing on standard is totally fine at things like that because you want to play with different people.
Yeah.
Like I don't really want to be like, oh, we were in this 4-hour expert game and we play with, you know what I mean? Like that to me is more fun to meet up at the shop and do, or meet up in my house and do, because that's the night, right? We're all locked in and that's what we're playing. But I would try to like contact, like I said, people ahead of time and be like, we're going to play 4 X-Men characters, divides out, or I'm bringing 4 decks that are built to play together. And I want to find a group of people that want to sit down and play these with me, you know, and then I would just rotate through the 4 characters.
Right. And then
like, I'm Gambit this time, I'm Cyclops next time, I'm Wolverine, and then I'm Jean Grey, you know, whatever it is.
Yeah. And then like you were saying, we were talking offline, is when you do that 4-player, especially where they're all X-Men, and then you just build up the center of the table with all those support cards, you know, then it's just, you know, and then like once per turn, someone's flipping down and you're healing everyone and you got the X-Jet
Danger Room is going off.
Yeah.
It's so fun. Yeah, and now there's all these cards that like incentivize you flipping down, which is just crazy good in 4-player. You know, the Mutant Education.
Yes. Yep. That's another
couple
good
cards
one now.
Back in play, and if X Mansion is in play, so it doesn't need to be in your deck.
Yeah. Exactly.
And if it's in play, draw a card. So this card just replaces itself.
And there was another one that they just put out, the X-Men Instruction. This one, which I think is alter ego as well, to get then some of your X-Men allies back into your deck. And if X Mansion's in play, draw a card. So it just makes them even better. It's like a cherry on top.
So good. And, you know, those are cards that cycle. So they, you know, your deck is now only 39 cards if that card is cycling.
Right. Yeah. It cracks me up that everyone's complaining online that the game is dead and, you know, it's shutting down because there's been no announcement, but yet it keeps getting better and better, you know, with all these new releases. And we know it's not dead. It's just been quiet. I think we've just gotten a little spoiled, you know, especially with all the teases that came out. So we kind of knew what was coming up, even if there were no announcements. But no, this game is far from dead. Yeah.
And, you know, and if you said, hey, Brent, we want to play a campaign, what campaign do you want to play right now? If you had to play a campaign, hands down, I'm playing Mojo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's a blast.
I don't actually know. I would have to go through if I had to do. Actually, just be fun to do. Maybe top 10 Marvel Champions experiences. I'm pretty certain number 1 is playing with you and Dean at Hex & Co.
In New York,
and playing Mojo. I mean, we had a spread on the table. We had people coming over to talk to us. What is this game? Those guys right behind us that were asking us questions. And we're playing through. I mean, we didn't get to finish it. It was still an amazing day.
Yeah. That was a blast.
That was so fun. That campaign is just pure joy, you know?
It is.
And I think Rise of Red Skull captures that really well too.
Yeah, yeah. But with Mojo, you can just tell how much fun the designers had, where they just put in, these winks and nods and that
Yeah.
Deadpool card,
Right.
and it's just awesome. Yeah.
Very well done. So
Yes.
yeah, like you said, it keeps getting better. And I'm just thinking, yeah, the most recent campaign was the best one to me.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, really fun. So awesome. All right.
Cool.
Thanks, everybody. The
Yep.
chat is quiet, which means they all must be feeding their children and watching Saturday morning cartoons or whatever. So
It's all good.
but thanks for joining us. Look, we're all smiles after a loss, so it's no big deal. Get out there and lose some games, everybody.
There to go.
Thanks. Until next time, I'm the Brandt,
I'm Eric.
and we hope you step into the portal. Have a great weekend, everybody.